One of the passengers aboard the Medevac plane that crashed in northeast Philadelphia Friday evening was a young girl who had traveled to the U.S. to receive life-saving medical treatment and was on her way home to Mexico with her mother when the plane went down. The aircraft, operated by Jet Rescue Air Ambulance, was bound for Tijuana, Mexico, after making a stop in Branson, Missouri. The plane was only in the air for about 30 seconds after taking off from Northeast Philadelphia Airport just after 6 p.m. The young girl had received care from Shriners Children's Philadelphia and was being transported back to her home country in Mexico on a contracted air ambulance when the crash happened. Aboard the plane were 4 crew members, 1 pediatric patient and 1 guardian on board. No survivors are expected to be found, according to the spokesperson. All I can say is the patient was sponsored by a third-partner charity to undergo life-saving treatment in the U.S. She did her course of care. She was going home, Shai Gold, a spokesman for Jet Rescue Air Ambulance, told NBC 10 Philadelphia. The young girl had sponsorship from a third-party charity that allowed her to travel to the U.S. to receive life-saving treatment, according to Gold. The company reportedly operates hundreds of these flights a year. The crash comes 2 days after the country's deadliest aviation disaster in almost a quarter century. An American Airlines jet carrying 60 passengers and 4 crew members collided in midair Wednesday night in Washington, D.C., with an Army helicopter carrying 3 soldiers. There were no survivors in that crash. Governor Josh Shapiro said he is offering all Commonwealth resources as they respond to the small private plane crash in Northeast Philly. Flight data showed a jet taking off from the airport at 6:06 p.m. and disappearing from radar about 30 seconds later after climbing to an altitude of 1,600 feet, 487 meters. The plane crashed in a busy intersection near Roosevelt Mall, an outdoor shopping center where first responders were blocking traffic and onlookers crowded onto a street corner in the residential neighborhood of Ronhurst. Philadelphia's emergency management office said that roads are closed in the area. The company, based in Mexico, flew Baseball Hall of Famer David Ortiz to Boston after he was shot in the Dominican Republic in 2019 and was involved in transporting patients critically ill with COVID-19. None of the victims' identities have been released as of yet, and it was reported that 6 victims on the ground had been hospitalized from the crash with varying degrees of injuries.